Corpsepaint show is here again. We've been encouraging people to think for themselves since 2016. Can you believe it? And every one of our great shows is archived on YouTube channel. We don't want corporate dollars backing us. We're independent. We don't have any commercials. We don't have any corporate, oversight or anything like that. We support underground metal. We support overground metal. And we support horror movies and punk and all that good fun stuff. We're here for you. This show is about you guys, so encouraging you to think for yourself. Our band of the week. Ooh, ooh. All that is flesh. And of course, we got Preston and Frank here from the band. Welcome, guys.
Awesome. Thanks for having us, man.
Yes, of course, man. Thank you for making time to be with us, man.
Yeah, no
It is great.
Totally cool. And so we're excited about Vehemence. Vehemence! I learned how to spell it today.
Yeah, there was a time where I had to go on Google Translate a couple times just to make sure I was saying it right.
Yeah, I had to define it myself also, and I still also forgot.
Vehemence is the new EP. So when does the full thing drop?
The full thing this Friday, the 26th.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
That's a good day.
We're putting the single out pretty quick, but might as well give them a little something before we put the whole thing out.
Darn right. Well, so tell us what you mean.
Well, what specifically?
The song.
Oh, the song
that we're gonna play here.
Yeah,
right?
so we're gonna be premiering the second track called "Rise with the Sun." That particular song is the way that it's written is kind of a overview of what the EP is leading into.
Okay.
The EP itself reflects on this man who is studying this long-forgotten religion that worships the earth as a god, and he's kind of hell-bent on finding the truth of it. So he ventures out, ends up finding that this whole time, after countless people telling him that it wasn't real, etc., he indeed finds the god in the middle of the earth. And
so the EP is themed.
Correct.
With all of this,
It is a concept
nice.
EP.
Yeah, concept.
Yeah, and the second song in particular is more of an overview of the religion itself. Basically, speaking of heretics and stuff like that, saying that
Kind of like a history, sort of. Kind of like, let's go ahead and show the big picture all at once.
Sure.
Catch you up with what was barely being played on there. So far, because it's one of the early songs, so it's kind of a, I wouldn't say like a lore, but it gives you definitely setting of what we're trying to make.
Gotcha.
What little story we had to tell.
Establishes the groundwork of this tale.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
There you go.
It lays everything down. A lot of the detail, you could say.
And thank you very much for the T-shirt.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
We still have those.
Yeah, we still have those.
We still have a lot of those.
that maroon one that we gave you, we're shortly running out of those, but such a great shirt.
Thank you, man. And look, that one is for Janie Slash, and we gave her the night off tonight.
Yeah.
So normally she's right here,
Yeah.
and she's our co-host, but kind of holiday weekend, so she had the night off. So we're glad you guys are here.
Yeah.
And we're live in Dallas, Texas at On Air Studios. I know you guys like our little horror room.
Yeah, man. It's intimidating.
So the new song is Rise with the Sun, and kind of starts establishing the tale of this man searching for a religion where the earth is the god.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
so cool. So cool. And the full length name is Vehemence.
Correct.
Hey, would now be a good time to just show that teaser?
Yeah, we
of
can-
you
yeah, we can go ahead.
headbanging
Oh, yeah,
on
yeah,
that little short
I'll give
video?
I'll give a shout out before we play
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Shout out to Joshua West. He is the one that filmed it. Great guy. We haven't said much about the music video, but he also helped film that. Such a great dude. You know, it's-
very helpful.
Yeah.
Very, very helpful.
I like the way he edited this short teaser. So this is one of you guys live on stage.
Correct. We were at what is it, 2513 Deep
door.
Ellum, the door.
The door.
The door.
Yeah.
The
It
door.
will always be the door.
Yeah, correct.
That's what I think of it.
Now,
Now, I see the other
how
name,
many
and I'm like,
times that
the other
they'll
name
change
is
it.
just boring, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Name it something.
With a name like that, you're bound to close.
It was just an address. Like, come on.
Yeah, really.
Got closed
Sorry,
twice, unfortunately.
All right, so let's do that right now. Jason's our engineer tonight. Thank you, Jason. But we're going to start with that short teaser of
you.
of All That Is Flesh.
Yes.
All right, here's what I learned from watching that video.
Yes.
You got some great growls in there, man.
Thank you very much.
That comes from the deep and within.
It's like gut, you know.
And then I hear some clean singing. Is that-
Yeah.
We didn't do much of that on the first EP. The first song on there does help a little bit. I don't like to promote the first EP very much because
That's fine.
I mean, of course, it was the first thing that we ever did, and we were super proud of it. But you know, of course, as you go on through it, you're like, oh man, I could do so much better.
When
now.
I hear him sing or try something, and I know he's actually trying to do something, and he's got an idea, I look at him like, yes,
Yeah.
keep it going, keep it going. You know, just to let him branch out, man.
Yeah.
You know, he does. He definitely does it. But
Yeah, we
I
have
have
new
to-
stuff that we're working on. That's
I have to
we're,
let 'em know.
we're trying to branch out into that more, not so much. You know, obviously we want to make our own thing.
Yeah, I mean, no, it sounded great. And I noticed that the crowd gets into your music.
yeah. That show in particular was
great.
very good for us.
Plus, I see Frank playing a 6-string bass. Now, I don't know. Are you doing thumb or are you doing, what are you doing? man?
No, man. Oh my god. And my guitar player gives a shit about this all the time. He's a better bass player than I am, actually. But
Your
bass.
guitarist
I play
is better.
bass.
Oh, come on.
I took
All
it
right.
from him.
All right, so look, so 2 guitarists.
Sorry, Shaver.
Plus bass, plus you tell me your drummer's insane, I think is how you put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
We call him a
still,
robot
he
all the
still
time, so.
amazes me. I look over and he's all just going crazy.
He's got
like
a
an-
big kit.
He looks like an octopus, honestly. At times, you know, when he's doing fills. Yeah. He impresses me all the time.
That's so cool, man. You got to have bass and drums to
Yeah.
make that foundation. Without them, you're nothing,
Oh
Preston.
yeah, of course.
Come
of
on,
course.
man.
I know.
He gets pretty far by himself, though. He gets pretty far by himself.
No, that sounded good, man. And that looked good. That looked good.
Hearing him record it, you know, it sound, you know, you hear him screaming, and it sounds like he's got some little damn demon inside of his stomach, just doing something else down there where he channels it all.
Maybe he does.
Hey, you never
hey,
know.
I'm not gonna tell him to stop. It's
I
working
know
for
2
us.
sexy ladies named Ghost Babes, and they will do a ghost intervention and see if you've got something.
Well,
No, let's
my
leave him
girlfriend's
in there.
watching, so let's give
Let's
it.
leave him in. Let's leave him in.
Shout
there
out to
for now.
girlfriend of Preston.
Sorry, Amanda.
All right, look, we got some new stickers made, man. It's the Corpsepaint show, and you guys are welcome. But I want to see these on your guitar case or your car or your refrigerator.
I'm gonna need another one.
Yeah, we'll definitely put them on there.
And also, I got a gift for you guys for coming in today, man.
Yeah.
We are the distributor for Metal Legion magazine in the U.S. This is a European magazine. And so you each got one, and it's got a badass CD in there of a lot of extreme music.
Sweet.
Oh,
Awesome.
yeah. I get both.
All right, man. Okay, so tell me, how would you describe your music to someone who's uninitiated?
So far, I guess as subgenre goes, there is a lot of progressive metal influence, and specifically for most of the other people in the band, you know, death metal. Most of the time, we'll basically just describe it as progressive death, because we had influence-wise, it's stuff like Black Dahlia Murder, you know, old Contortionist music.
Contortionist?
Yeah, Contortionist, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I guess more on the technical side, like Between the Buried and Me,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Arsis?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you know, you wouldn't hear it so much in our writing, but
Yeah, of course, you know, that doesn't have...
Yeah, we try to channel it all from a wide variety of music.
That's
Yeah.
badass, man.
Yeah, we're definitely all over the board with the new stuff. It's funny hearing, you know, because we always talk about wanting to put out an album after this and everything, and going from track to track that we've, you know, mocked up, and it's like, you know, these don't really sound the same, but it's like, okay, well, maybe that's a good thing, you know.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
we're not necessarily...
When I first got told by them, like, hey, you know, we want to do something, and you know, these are the songs that we want to use. I listened to them, and I was like, but they have nothing to do with each other. Like, they do not sound alike, you know, nothing like that. But at the same time, you know, like when you put out your own music and it's such a wide variety, you're like, well, you know, somebody's bound to like it, you know. And that's mostly what I wanted to get across. Like, you know, we're not just one tone, one note, I guess you would say. You know, like we kind of do everything, or you know, we like to.
Yes.
You know, we listen to a bunch of different stuff. We like to play a bunch of different stuff. You know, we don't
Cool.
we don't just like to do the same thing all the time.
So for someone to really get the band, they have to listen to every song.
Yeah, I would say so. Just
Yeah.
because it's so across the board. And I mean, you know, whether or not at the end of the day they're like, oh, well, I like that one song. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, cool. They like
Yeah.
one of our songs.
I guess you're right. Yeah, okay.
Some is better than nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess you're right.
If you go and see us live, I'd rather you at least enjoy one song rather than just
Like, wow, this sucked
band
the
was
whole time.
terrible the whole time. I can't believe
All right. Good point.
Could have
Good point.
been drinking beers at the bar or something, you know. Yeah.
I think I sent Jason like your Facebook page and your website, the Bandcamp,
Correct.
right, which has the artwork of the album cover on there.
yeah.
So if you've got those, Jason, let's pop those up, man. So yeah, there we go. So on the left is the new EP.
Correct.
Yeah, Vehemence spelled with 3 E's.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's great. That's great. So who's the artist behind that?
It's this guy from Indonesia that we found
No
just
kidding.
on a whim.
Yeah.
There's this website called Minties, and you can go out and search for like, you know, well, I don't want to call them starving artists, but
Yeah, just
people
artists.
people post their designs on there, and sometimes it's just like, hey, this is a design that I did for X band. And you know, it was approved. They're just trying to get their stuff out there. But for the most part, it's people that are selling their actual designs.
Yeah.
And we found one of the first shirts that we did. It was a pre-existing design, and I loved it. It was by about the time that we put out the first EP, and it was like, this is the EP. Like, I can see imagery wise, like this really speaks to me.
Yeah, a lot of his stuff kind of just grabs us.
Cool.
Yeah.
He did
We-
that other
we just
maroon
stuck
shirt
with it,
design
yeah.
as well.
Do you want fans to go to the Facebook page?
Yeah.
For mainly be in touch with you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And it's just All That Is Flesh, right? On Facebook. Yeah. Very good. And I know you got updates and you got everything on there. And so the full Vehemence will be out this Friday.
Yes.
Can get it on Bandcamp.
Bandcamp, iTunes,
Oh,
Spotify,
great.
everything.
Yeah. Great, great.
It'll all be there.
Very cool. And follow that information on your Facebook page. And you guys post frequently, so that's good. Yeah. Nice. Oh, All That Is Flesh. I got to tell you, I do think about flesh a lot. I do.
Yeah. Well, you do
saying.
the burlesque stuff, so
Yeah. We had a show last night in Deep Elm. Oh, it was fantastic. Yeah, it was real fun.
I had casually strolled into one at Wits End. I think sometime last year. They're like, oh yeah, there's a cover. And I was like, okay, that's normal, you know, for Wits End. And they're like, you also have to be 21 or up. And I was like, okay, that's a little different.
Oh, you were
then-
thinking like, oh, this is gonna be.
Yeah, and then we walk in, and then it's like, you know, girls dancing on stage, and I was like, oh, okay, oh, this makes sense.
That was it, man. We're the only burlesque show at Wits End.
Oh yeah,
So it's every third Saturday. Yeah.
sweet. Yeah.
So yesterday was 420. 420 in Deep Ellum.
Yep.
at Wits End for our great burlesque show. It's Deadly Sins Burlesque and Sideshow. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Please go. Like us on Facebook too, and
sure.
follow us there too. So the girls always have updates and everything. So
sweet.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. All That Is Flesh. The new EP is Vehemence, coming out this Friday, April 26th. Woo!
Yes, super excited. We've been working on this for a while now.
Look at that. Look at that view right there. Look at it. This is our horror room on Air Media. Now, I did want to tell you, you're seeing all of these, and they're empty because we drank them.
Yeah.
And you know that we like to decapitate thirsts. We decapitate your thirst. And Preston learned today that it's the guy who does Mr. Pickles behind.
Yeah, I never really searched it out, but I had seen the art on the website, and I was like, that looks a lot like the Mr. Pickles art. I never knew the guy's name, but I was like, okay, maybe they just commissioned it to him, because Adult Swim had done a lot of the like announcement stuff for them. I know that they were posting on their Facebook page about it. So yeah,
that's it.
I wanted to order a case, but at the time that it was up, they were also sold out at that time. So.
And the water comes from Austria, so they have to wait, get it in here and then make sure it's right, but apparently they will have some more this week.
Oh, sweet!
So let's go to their website for a second, and then I want to show you something too. It's liquiddeath.com. There's always fun stuff on there, and they actually have a wholesale portal now too.
Your thirst.
Murder it, murder. That article I sent you, Jason, is from National Geographic, I think. And so National Geographic did this study, and they put in there all the details of how they did this scientific study of the amount of plastic that is accumulating in our oceans since the 60s. And they elaborately describe how they did this. But that has tripled, since the 60s. And it's like islands of plastic floating around. When we think of water in a plastic bottle, it's really kind of a single-use thing, and then we toss it, right? But this is made out of recyclable aluminum.
Aluminium.
Yeah,
Aluminum.
That's it right there. You ain't messing with plastic. We say death to plastic.
Yeah.
And murder your thirst.
Murder plastic.
Murder the plastic and your thirst.
So there you are. Liquid Death partners with us. We're very proud to be associated with a company that's ecologically, minded.
You need it more these days.
Yeah, for sure.
I know, totally. All right, so look, you've got a gig coming up.
Correct.
It is, let me see if I remember this, July 27th at Ridgely Theater.
Yes, that is correct.
And the reason I remember that is because our co-host, Janie Slash, that's her birthday.
That's her birthday, okay.
It's her birthday. Yeah, July 27th at Ridgely. And so tell us a little about playing at Ridgely and the lineup there. And it's all on your Facebook, right?
Correct. Yeah, the show just got announced yesterday. I think between the two of us, we've never actually played there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Before, I've been there before. I love that place. I don't know what the renovations look like, but
pretty.
Nice. But from before, if it's kind of the same,
because
I'm expecting it to be amazing.
Yeah, they shut down for a while. There's something like that. They stopped putting on metal shows.
Yeah, they stopped playing metal shows for I think it was like 9 or 10 years or something like that.
They're back now.
Yeah.
Did you go in the old days when?
Yeah. It smelled like cigarette all the time. Yeah. Man,
no, but I mean for metal shows.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You get there, it smells like cigarettes, a bunch of dudes walking around all drunk, a bunch of crazy metalheads everywhere.
Metal show.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. No,
those are our friends.
But that place, there was just something about it, man. Every time we went there, and our other guitar players were in bands, and they always had a show, but it always seemed to be raining when we went there, and we'd just hang out outside all day. They'd go on and play, and we'd come back outside and just shoot the shit with everybody. It was always fun. It was always fun. I've never had a bad time there.
Yeah.
Well,
that's cool.
Aside from a bunch of local bands, when they were playing in bands, I'd go and help them with all their gear. And I've also seen a bunch of big bands there. I think I've seen Trivium and Protest the Hero. Protest the Hero was amazing, but then again, I love them.
It's grind.
But yeah.
Are they grind? Yeah.
No.
What would you call it?
Progressive.
I
guess
okay.
you would say. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they're kind of all over the place. But yeah, if it's anything like it was before, I'm really excited to to see what they got going on there.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry.
no,
Originally,
the venue. Yeah, the venue.
venue.
You know, it'll be my first time playing there and first time coming back in such a long time. You know, I'm really
I don't think
really
I've ever actually
excited to
been
see.
there before.
I'm really excited to see what they got there. Yeah. I hope it's
Do
amazing.
other bassists like look at you like you got 6 strings, man? I mean,
Yeah.
what?
I use them a little bit. You know, and when they see that I can use them, they're like, "Oh, okay, all right, I'll let you get away with it."
What did you say? You do thumb or finger?
I play finger, and I also use pick for some songs. You know, because to me it comes through a little bit more tone wise. You know, I don't like to be the one guy that
Does
says,
anybody play like Flea anymore? You know, in metal or
I'm sure there's some bands here that
maybe somebody that I don't know. You know, but I'm pretty sure somebody has to. Oh my god!
yeah, there's
somebody
there's
should
probably
save
some
that.
slapping band. Yeah. Oh,
Somebody
okay.
should save that.
Tech is raising his hand. He plays with this stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to learn for a while. Sometimes I can get it. I just need to work on my technique.
I know,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
You do you. I was just wondering, man.
For the time being.
But yeah,
it's-
no, I mean, you know, for a while I was kind of elitist about it. No, it has to be fingers. It can't be anything else. You know, yeah, I was doing that for a while, but whatever, man. If it works, it works. If it sounds great and people love it, they're banging their heads, I'll keep doing
That's
it.
right. That's right. I like a good bass sound, man.
Yeah.
To
hell yeah.
rumble the floor.
Hell yeah.
That's what gets me into a metal song. I a lot of times, or a metal gig. You know.
Yeah, the last song off of our new EP, Elder's Garden, there's specific thrashy part in that bass. Just
Yeah.
it cuts through so hard.
So if anyone wanted to hear Elder's Garden now,
They'd have to wait.
They'd have to wait till Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, and so on Friday it pops up live on Bandcamp to where you can
Yeah, you can listen there.
and iTunes and stuff.
Yeah, unfortunately the only thing with Bandcamp is like you're limited to the amount of listens until they start telling you you can't listen to it anymore.
Oh,
Because they're like
I didn't know that.
they're like, hey,
I didn't know that.
you should go ahead and support the band if you're listening to their music this much.
Well, that's good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they can cut you off. I mean, like you
Like a
can't.
little-
Yeah, like they track your IP and everything, and they're like, you can't listen to this anymore. You gotta, you have to buy it. Yeah. Like there's like a pop-up message and everything.
That's good though. You do want to buy it.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
let's all look at the camera right now and say support metal.
Please.
Support your
Support
bands.
metal.
Local metal music.
Buy
Please.
something. and buy something.
a lot.
Buy a lot and buy something physical. You know, a T-shirt. You know, as well. Man. I mean,
any little thing helps, of course, because you know that fuels half of the stuff that we're doing. You know, a good amount of the T-shirt sales and stuff that we'd have for shows before we, went to track this EP. You know, we put in a good $200.
Yeah.
Worth of band money. That was just okay, cool. You know, that's half of it at least. But yeah, any little penny helps, especially if we're playing. Like we just came back from San Antonio. We played our first out of town show, and I mean
Farther than Fort Worth.
farther than Fort Worth. We
Or
played
Denton,
Fort Worth
yeah.
before, but
Okay.
Denton a few times.
it was interesting.
tell me.
We played in a very small club that wasn't really downtown area, probably like 10 or so minutes out. I don't know. The vibe of the place was really cool. It was kind of like, mismatched furniture and stuff like that.
Yeah, really darkly lit.
Yeah. And instead of a green room, they had a red room, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
They had all this like Victorian looking furniture and stuff in there.
Cheap drinks, that was the
Cheap
best
drinks,
part.
yeah.
That was the best part for me.
It was fun. Hit or miss with most of it. You go to one place and sometimes there's a lot of people there. And,
Yeah.
there was maybe like 20 or so people. But hey, that's 20 or so people that had never heard us before.
Yeah.
Hopefully, new fans now.
Yeah, exactly.
Darn right.
A few people liked it. Somebody bought us some drinks, so that was cool.
Oh yeah, I don't even think
I know
we
they
were.
liked it.
We weren't even done with our set yet, and there's this guy at the bar trying to yell at us to like get drinks for us.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, do you feel like saying to them, look, man, we appreciate the drinks, but buy some merch?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I wanted to drink,
It would-
honestly.
Oh, okay. All right. There you go. All right. That's fine.
I didn't take that one for the
it was
team.
it was interesting. Of course, every show's a learning process, and you get to figure stuff out. of
It's a
course, down the
long
road.
process. I didn't know that. They have to tell me that every damn time.
Yeah.
I'm still nervous about every single show we do.
Every
know?
show.
Yeah, like every 5 minutes. Hold on, you guys. I gotta go to the restroom again. I feel something coming on.
Imagine how the singer feels.
I'm worse than him, actually.
Yeah, he's worse than I am.
Dude, oh my God.
I think
I can't get over it, you know? Like, I still have stage fright. You know, even if it's practice, you know, we're playing and everybody just kind of gets their guitar and they just do that dead stare at me, and I'm like, no, stop, man. Turn around, you know.
Don't stare at me.
Yeah, and
like, you know, I just fucked up.
Look down at my feet. Yeah, no, that makes me mess up even more. I start thinking about it.
You know what my theory is, Frank? That it's all right to have stage fright because it means you care.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
About
we all care.
performing well.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, there's always gonna be pre-show jitters, and it's very humanizing to hear, you know, bigger bands say that.
Yeah. I that's, you know, if I ever get the chance to talk to other bands, that I really just think like, dude, I want to do it. Well, not what you guys are doing. I am doing what you guys are doing, but you know, when I see someone up there and they really, you can just tell that they put everything into what they're doing, you know, and stage presence, music, tone, you know, just the complete, hey, you know, we're doing this, we're here to do a really great job, whether you like us or not. You know, when I see that, I'm like, oh my God, like, do you have any tips for me? Like, you know, is there a book that I can read? You know, did you go to a website and look all this up? Is there a video or something? Like,
how to be in a band for
yeah.
idiots.
You know, how to be in a band 101. You know, that's what I need. Yeah. What are those books? How to be in a band for dummies. Yeah. Somebody should write that. Somebody should.
Well, you should write, Frank.
That. Oh yeah, right.
Maybe you should write it.
Yeah. Damn.
Preston, is it fair to say, and this is what you were saying earlier, that your songs are visual?
Mm-hmm. I would say for the most part, there's from an earlier age, I was really into writing, and I really like to convey.
So you do all the lyrics?
Yes.
Yeah.
For the most part, for these. For this EP in particular, this was a collaboration between Frank and I.
That's good.
Same thing with the original, our first EP that we put out. Everything past this point has been, give or take, you know, maybe he had some little idea written for it, and I'm like, okay, cool, well, I'll, you know, expand on it.
Yeah, we send each other ideas all the time, and you know, we don't really scrap anything. We just kind of hold it all, you know, whatever you like from here, you just pick it all, you know. We kind of make a Frankenstein out of it, pretty much, you know. Much. Yeah.
Frank
Einstein. Yeah, Frank
Prestonstein. So look,
exactly.
So look, if let's say you got an idea, either for a song, a phrase, or lyrics, or an idea, how do you convey that to Preston? Do you send him a message, or you write it down, or?
Well, before it would be just a song. You know, I would just write a song and send it to the guys. Like, hey, you know, change whatever you want. You know, if you don't like it at all, we'll do something else. Or, you know, I pretty much.
You write it down and show it to them later.
No, usually it's with music. If it's lyrics, I'll send it specifically just to him. Yeah. But you know, I'll write the lyrics. I'll kind of do like a little, hey, this is what I'm trying to convey in it, you know. If you like it, if you don't, you know, take whatever you do like, scrap the whole thing, whatever.
Yeah, there's been times where he sent me something. I'm like, yeah, we can use that somewhere. And there's been a couple times where I'm like loser. No, definitely not using that one.
Not to my face.
No, at no point put on the record.
Truth
I've ever,
all that is fun.
Yeah, I've never been like, oh, this sucks. Yeah, Frank,
you heard it here.
Frank
first.
writes some
behind the music,
very interesting stuff, and like even behind Vehemence, the new EP, there's so much lore behind it that he just has locked in his head. And I was like, here, let me just put it into 3 songs. I was like, there's no way that we could be able to push it.
This one, I'm really proud of this one, because honestly, like even today, we have not sat down and actually talked about my side and his side. You know, what we both brought and how it all came together. We haven't talked about that at all. You know, but I mean, I know that from what I sent him was very damn close to what he sent me. And I was like, well, I mean, we basically got this in the bag, man. You know, like I think we're good to go. You know.
So what I hear you saying is you're proud of this final product.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Immensely proud.
No, like I still listen to it, you know, and I'm driving and I get that whole,
You're proud.
You know, yeah,
This is a
like,
proud
you know,
moment.
That's my baby boy up there. You know, like,
I birthed that. I birthed that song.
that came from somewhere.
Yeah, you should be proud, man.
Yeah, I am.
And when you're driving and you got that face, do you go faster?
A little bit.
All right.
And then
I think I saw you on the freeway.
And yeah, yeah, you probably did. But I'm like, oh no, don't be dumb, enjoy this, you know. But yeah, I'm really proud of this. I mean, you know, not like I wasn't of the first one, but yeah, this one's my pride and joy, man.
Good, man. And
this
that's
is my
all right
bread
to
and-
convey
this is my
that.
bread and butter, you know.
That's all right to convey that to the audience at a live gig or anytime.
Yeah.
We're proud of this. This is our new EP. We're immensely proud of these 6 songs. Is it 6?
5.
Yeah.
These songs on this EP, and you know, we want you guys. We want to share it with you guys. It is nothing cocky about that. You're proud of your art, man, as every artist should be.
Yeah, I mean, I felt good making it. You know, I felt good afterwards. I felt good after, you know, everybody took their turn on it. You know, and it's amazing, man. You know, it still to this day.
That's good, man.
I can't believe how great it turned out.
Well, let's listen to it.
I want to say perfect. You know,
Good.
I really want to say perfect. Or you know, at least for our standards.
So is this going to be the premiere?
Yes, this is the first time that we've.
All right.
It's the song that's in the teaser, but we teased it.
Sure.
But this is the entire thing.
All right. So set it up for us, Preston.
So
what
this
do we got?
is-
And what? Yeah.
This is the second track of our upcoming EP, Vehemence, entitled "Rise with the Sun." And
Nice.
It's a real slow one, banger.
First time ever, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Broadcast to
First
the
time ever.
public, and it's here on the Corpsepaint Show. Thank you, guys.
Yep.
So let's track into that right now, and this will be actually just a video, but
Correct.
with all the audio of this song.
Yes.
Got it. All right. Yeah. That's some good shit, guys.
Thank you very much.
I'm proud to have that as our as the world what's the word I'm looking for? Release on
Hopefully, I set it to go out on Spotify and everything tomorrow, so hopefully it's there. But I will be posting that YouTube link. Right now it's unlisted, but technically it'll be live tomorrow.
Premiere here
Correct.
on the Corpsepaint Show. Yeah, nice. God, and you bookend it with some atmospheric.
And that transitions perfectly into the next track.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of tempo changes. I like the bass. I like the vocals, man. I can see how you're proud of this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I like the album cover artwork, man. That's all part of it.
Yeah, that was very in-depth process.
When we saw that, and he finally, because I don't think what we have now was the original finished product. I think he put a little bit finesse on it, but that was kind of like the glue that just we poured all over in it, and it just sealed all the cracks.
Nice.
Yeah, any little vulnerable part about it.
Yeah.
See, you're a visual person, man.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I do usually will revolve around some sort of idea, story. Any little thing. Deep down, I'm a writer. For books or something. I'm always thinking of weird little stories or something. I mean, nothing's ever finished. I've never actually put pen to paper before, but I like a good story.
Does the song involve this individual, and is he named?
No,
Okay.
There's a man and there's a god. That's
Man,
pretty
all
much
right,
it.
got it. So, I mean, why not a comic book series on this? Really?
Actually,
Oh, you're already there. Okay, so fill us in.
well, it's actually an idea that I've had for a really long time that I've wanted to do, if not a video, an animated series that would follow every song in an EP.
Neat. See?
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely got all these ideas that I've wanted to do, and I've even thought like, damn, well, who do we know that does like anime or cartoons or comic books or anything?
You got someone? You got someone?
No,
Well,
not yet.
In
But
particular, the guy that did the EP art, I think he does the color for like amateur comic books.
okay.
So I don't know if in particular that he
Yeah,
draws them, but-
it like for the past year or so, it's been up in the air. It's been an idea. I've my cousin, one of our guitar players, he's like, oh man, Frank's gonna write a rock opera. And I was like, you're joking, but
You
I'm
watch.
serious.
You're like, you
I was
watch,
I'm
man.
serious.
Well, let's
And
do a
he-
call out
he's
right
like,
now,
No, I'm
man.
serious too.
This band needs maybe an animation artist for a comic book series.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so reach out to All That Is Flesh on their Facebook page.
Yes.
Look, they're reading some of the comments in the live feed, and
Oh, yeah.
they're like, epic, fantastic.
Hell yeah.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys like it.
Sweet.
That's good, man. That's good
More
stuff.
to come.
Yeah.
More to come.
More to come.
That's right. 4 more tracks that we haven't heard.
Yeah, we.
Yeah.
If you want, we could like entail which
Please.
which one.
Yeah.
The opening track is just an instrumental. That kind of paves way into that second track that you just heard.
Very, very soft, very atmospheric. It's
It's like it's a string piece with a piano accompaniment. So
Wow.
This, whenever I did, my parts, my ideas for this, everything at the core of my inspiration that I used for it was mostly just I wanted people to feel their own mortality, or better yet, how we've come so far in developing all these senses, and we're able to realize and know that, hey, you're not gonna be here forever. That anxiety, that fear, that excitement, that I have to do something right now. I have to make every little bit worth it. Where you just have to know, not everything, but you gotta know enough. You gotta know where you came from, where you're at, where you're going. And
So a universal fear of death.
yeah,
Correct.
but also that that feeling of being in the middle where you can go anywhere. You can go up, you can go down, not in a general sense of just moving in directions, but you can do anything with your life.
All right.
You
So
know,
the message
fact
is
that-
embrace life while you can.
you know,
Got it.
the fact, like, in this story, you know, there is a being, you know, that kind of we all came from or live on, you know,
Earth.
but you know, take life in your own hands.
Take life
you know,
in your own hands.
Just because something is this way doesn't mean you have to
That's right.
just live your life that way.
That's why we have the Corpsepaint show.
Yeah, yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
No, I'm serious.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a voice for enough underground metal
No, hell no.
and
No, there's
underground
not.
and underground independent filmmakers who make horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, like you guys, there's a passion there that they have.
Well, we
Yeah.
can kind of interloop that together. When we were getting the album artwork together, the artist asked for some inspiration, and I had sent him a lot of screen grabs from the Pathos movie, Beyond the Black Rainbow. I had just seen that movie, I think, like 6 months ahead of the time that we had commissioned him to do it.
But
And
it's
I was
stuck
like-
in your head.
It stuck.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, this type of imagery, just this very surreal, odd looking imagery.
Right.
I was like, this is something that I want. And he took it, and I mean, he made it its own thing. Not so much like a direct copy or anything like that, obviously. But I was like, this is great. This fits so perfectly.
Now, the third song then.
The third song is the first interaction between the god and the man.
And is Earth the god?
Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
So when he reaches, I guess, like his corridor that's in the middle of the earth, he has this.
Which that album cover kind of reminds me of. It almost makes me think of a tunnel or something. But,
yeah,
but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
huge Cave.
Cave,
yeah.
Of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, he makes his way in there, and the lyrics are a spoken word that were performed by his name's Cody Chamberlain. He was my high school English teacher, and he's a huge metalhead.
No.
Yeah, and
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I was like, hey, would you be interested in coming out and doing this with us? And he was all for it.
So he did the spoken word.
He did the spoken word part for it, and that spoken word is basically like a narratization of what he's seeing in that moment. And then
For sure, this is a concept album. I'm
Oh,
sorry
yeah.
to interrupt, man.
Yeah,
That's
yes,
okay.
it is.
All right.
It is.
Look at that. Look at that right
Very
there.
much.
yeah, that's the
it.
full album.
Yeah,
art.
I think down at the bottom you can see the little guy down there.
Yep.
You know, he's got his little pack and his jackets and stuff on. You know, he's finally
Found the
witnessing
Earth God.
it.
Yeah,
yeah.
he's-
You know that being
that
where,
spoken word is particular.
So, are we in agreement? We should honor our planet a little bit more, and that's
Oh,
what
yeah,
we were talking about.
exactly.
Death
Yeah,
to
yeah.
plastic.
Yeah.
We don't want an island floating in the ocean of
Yes.
plastic bottles.
Exactly.
Drink liquid death.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. We're still on track 3.
Yes. Track 3 is called "Of the Earth," and
Yeah, so slow song. It gets a little,
Slow song.
little
Yeah, it's-
heavier towards the
It's got a
end.
spoken word part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What other metal band is doing this? This is fucking
Not-
great,
Yeah,
man.
there's some, but
Yeah.
there's not a whole lot that are really branching out into that.
Nice.
A lot of this, you know, the ideas were taken from stuff we've heard a long time ago. You know, stuff we just like and stuff we were able to actually pull off ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So we definitely pulled a lot of inspiration from everywhere.
Prog metal bands from way back used to do this more.
Yeah.
Have a spoken
Yeah.
intro.
Yeah.
Think of the Moody Blues or maybe Jethro Tull or something.
I always, you know, like first thing that always comes to mind is like folk metal. You know, I love folk metal.
Yeah.
You know, it's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
That has
Agreed.
that-
There's always a good story in the, you know, I don't want to say
Maybe
like
about their-
lore or something, but
Yeah,
you know,
it could be a tale or it
yeah,
could be their
it's all-
heritage.
yeah, it's something
something
from where
about
they
their
come from.
land.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you were saying,
Yeah. So once that spoken word cuts, the man continues to talk, but it's more in a more of a demeaning tone. That's the spoken word in particular says that he notices that this being isn't as powerful as it used to be, and once you get to, I guess per se, the chorus of the song, it's a very demeaning calling out people in a sense that he's like, wow, you're really gonna fuck this up for everybody.
the conflict.
Yeah. So that
Yeah.
that one ends there, and then we transition into the fourth track, which is an instrumental that brings back up.
What are you doing during the instrumental, Preston?
I'm not
What-
doing anything
what
in
are-
particular.
Did you write the lyrics for the instrumentals? I'm just
I mean,
kidding.
technically.
That song specifically we don't play live.
All right,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah.
It's just
It
all
would
right,
be a
so-
good. It would be a good set opener, maybe.
Good setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
and
is
then
a
Preston
very
comes
huge-
running out doing some backflips and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That one just reprises a riff from the previous song. So it just kind of gives you a reminder of what happened in the previous one.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
And then
just
that,
more of an epic bang,
Yeah.
wall of sound
Nice.
just taking over. Yeah.
and then the closing track is Elder's Garden, and that is an all-out just
In your
thrash
face.
fest
Yeah.
of
Thrash Fest.
yeah. It's got some some prog stuff in it, but for the most part, it's high screams,
Fast fingers from Frank.
From this man,
on
yeah.
the- Fast fingers on the bass.
Or just constant.
and
Yeah,
the,
constant.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Keep it going, man.
Bass face.
the lyrics in that song are particularly a conversation between the being and the god at that point, or sorry, the being and the man, and it comes to this epic closer that's the god is like, well, you know what to do better than I do at this point. You know, what should we do? Should we just end everything? Would that make you happy?
Holy man.
And
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, let's do it. You know, nobody deserves anything at this point. And
Epic tale of
The-
destruction.
he's very confident in his decision, and then the ending of that song is the realization of regret that he just killed everyone, and he's like, shit, I was so in the heat of the moment that I forgot about the people that I actually care for.
So
Yeah,
this is a roller coaster of emotion.
Yeah.
Earlier, like how I said, the core of everything, just realizing your own mortality. Whether or not, I've always had this fear, like I don't want to die myself, but oh, okay, well, I guess you'll live forever. Like, well, shit, I don't want to live forever either.
Yeah,
and just that fear, or I guess you could say duality, being pulled both ways. I don't want it this way, I want it that. Goldilocks. I want it perfect. I want it perfect all the time. I want to go when I'm ready. That feeling, he finally has at the end. When he's up here, and he's bombarded with all this ridiculous religious, religious that
Dogma.
Yeah, that they celebrate, that they take part in. To him up there, when he's surrounded by all of it, he hates it all. He sees beautiful things in life, and it's constantly in the shadow of ignorance and violence and every kind of like now. But when if you had a big button and you're like, oh, let's just go ahead and end it all.
that is
you right there, you'd be like, well, should I? I mean, I guess there's some things, worth saving.
yeah.
It's that constant battle that we're all having.
Yeah.
Some days it's just not worth anything at all, and other times, like, hey, everything is beautiful, even the bad things. There's a lot of beautiful in bad, and that's mostly what it is.
We go ahead.
Our own internal struggle with trying to make what is nice in life, make it worth living in life. All the bad part of it.
But isn't everything mental?
Oh yeah.
It's how we view and how
Yeah.
I think where the mind leads, the body will follow. But we all have to have and try every day to have that positive outlook and
For
Yeah.
sure.
and
Yeah, I mean-
and learn a spirit of learning. You know, and-
Yeah, and that's exactly how it reflects at the end.
I
the lyrics at the end.
I can always say, at the end of the day, every day, it's like, oh well, it doesn't matter because nothing matters. Yeah, but still, we're here. I'm experiencing this. I'd like it to matter just a little bit,
Yeah.
at least for my sake.
This is an epic philosophical discussion, man. I didn't expect today.
I like to
and
tell
I'm-
stories, man.
Yeah, man, that's so cool. That's so good, man. So good.
Hell yeah.
Now I
Yeah,
told
I'm really proud. I'm really proud.
you
of
should
it.
be, man.
I,
You should be.
I can't stop saying it. I won't stop saying it.
No,
After six
you-
albums from now, we're gonna be like, yeah, that Vehemence one. Yeah, we're proud of that one.
Yeah. It's like, oh man, we should do that again.
Yeah, maybe we should do that again.
Re-release that.
Yeah. Man, that's so cool. So cool.
you.
Very proud of you guys.
Thank you
As
very
you
much.
should be, man, for this release.
Thank you.
All that is flesh. And of course, we got 2 out of the 5 here, so I'm very proud. We got the 2 out of the 5 for the band. So that's totally cool.
Yeah, maybe next time we'll bring everybody on.
Yeah, we'll play a set.
hell
yeah.
Oh, dude, I would
Yeah,
love that.
that would be awesome.
I would love that.
Can we, semi-acoustic maybe?
Yeah. Oh yeah, doing unplugged. Hell
Unplugged.
Maybe we could probably do like Dead Eyes.
Yeah. I'll definitely be nervous. You
will?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be
Okay.
nervous the whole time, but I'll do it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we could get Josh on one of those like Kajun things, But with that dude, his fist will probably bust through it.
Oh, you talking about the drummer?
Yeah.
What's a kajun?
The thing that you the box that you sit up on top of, and you just hit the side of it.
Is that what it's called? Okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't just
So we
say
can just
something
go to-
insensitive.
So he,
Go to Lowe's, get some 5-gallon buckets.
yes, we can just bang on buckets.
Yeah, we'll do Subway style.
I
down
tell
here.
everyone I'm a drummer. I bang on everything in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I bang on everything in the kitchen, and I make music.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
It sounds good, don't it?
And I know that if you use a wooden spoon as opposed to a fork, you're going to have a different sound.
Oh yeah.
So, hey, we partner with, and I told you guys this earlier, with Gas Monkey Live and Gas Monkey Bar and Grill.
Yes.
So, some badass shows are coming up right around the corner. My favorite goth rock band, they're called the 69 Eyes. Okay, look at that right there, man.
There it
Their
is.
U.S. tour, they just started it. They're going to be swinging through Dallas on May 6th. Is that the date? Yeah, May 6th. It's a Monday night. It's a Corpsepaint Show Presents event. The backup bands are MXMS, The Nocturnal Affair, and local bands Scary, Cherry, and the Bang Bangs. Opening
Hell yeah.
for
That's a good name.
Yeah, they're great. They're great. So it's all about goth, and it's all about kind of glam metal a little bit that night. But a really, really cool show. Keep that in mind. 4 days after that is Chaos and Carnage. This is a Corpsepaint Show Presents event as well. And, of course, Whitechapel Dying Fetus. Revocation Fallujah. You said your friend is a lead singer in that, Preston?
Yeah, Antonio.
And Spite Uncured, Buried Above Ground. What a package. That's on a Friday night. So, obviously, you can stay out late.
I want to give a shout out. That new Whitechapel album is probably one of the best deathcore albums I've ever heard in my entire life.
Cool.
It's so good.
It
I'll
is
definitely
really
be
good.
looking
Yeah, it's really good.
for that inspiration.
So, you're probably going to be at that show.
most likely. Yeah.
What is the name of the Whitechapel release?
The Valley, I believe.
Okay.
And that I believe that in itself is actually a concept album.
Didn't they do another one or with the video?
No, it was part of it.
Oh, okay.
That when a
When
demon defiles a witch.
Yeah, that was.
That is
really
such a good music.
Yeah, that was
you
really
should search that one out after
right.
this show.
All right, I will. Very nice. Whitechapel fan.
Yeah.
Girl. Hey, we have an event coming up also that's kind of fun I want to tell you about. It's at the Texas Theater, and it's with PJ Souls from Halloween, and she was also in Rock and Roll High School. It's going to be a screening of the movie Rock and Roll High School that the Ramones were in. So the Ramones will not be playing, but Sedated, which is a Ramones tribute band, is playing behind the screen. I think it's right after the movie. I'll be DJing in the lobby. It says DJ Crash. That's me. And the date on this is May 2nd. It's right before Texas Frightmare Weekend. PJ Souls from the movie will be there in person at Texas Theater on that date. And speaking of Texas Frightmare Weekend, we got a couple of trailers to show you of their film series that they're rolling out. And the first one is, what is it called, Jason? The Prey? It is a movie from the 80s. Okay, so we're going to show this freaking trailer, which looks dated because it is from the 80s. Okay, but the actress from it, what is her name, Jason? The one of the actresses from
Lori
it,
Lethan.
Lori Lethan, is and we have a picture of her. Is going to be at Texas Frightmare Weekend. This is her from the. We're going to show this trailer. Anyways, they have a great film series at Texas Frightmare Weekend where you see these films free as long as you've paid your admission fee to go to the festival. It's a 3-day festival at the Hyatt Regency DFW in Dallas or at the airport. So I want to show you guys this trailer. Old 80s horror flick that we all love the 80s horror.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, this one is called The Prey.
Man, am I ready for tonight?
First you play it real cool, and then slip it right to her.
Did you hear something?
What the hell are you doing?
It's out there. I swear I saw it.
All right, so let me see if I have the story straight. There's like some Bigfoot type.
Okay, I was about to
Creature.
ask. I was
Yeah.
like, that reminded me a lot of that Night of the Demon movie. If you've
Yeah,
ever seen it,
yeah, of course.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, and then we got some doofus who likes to stand on the very edge of a cliff, and the monster comes. Instead of pushing him over, he picks him up and snaps his neck or twists it or something. So, and the girls are all topless and they're running around screaming. This is what makes a good movie.
Listen up, Hollywood.
Right. So you can see Lori Letha, if I'm saying that right, in person at Texas Frightmare Weekend. She was in the movie The Prey. What's the next one we got up, Jason? There's a couple others that they're screening at Texas Frightmare, and again, these are all just fun screenings they have at night because the convention is May 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and of course, at nighttime they're showing all these free screenings. So.
The next teaser I have is called The Dead Center.
The Dead Center. Oh, yeah. Nice one. All right, so let's watch this too. This will be screening at Frightmare. Here is the trailer.
Do you know where you are?
Yes. I'm in the hospital.
Do you know how you came to be here?
I died. When I came back, wasn't the first time. I can't kill it. I thought I could. Kept cutting. But it didn't work. Here I am again. It's side of me now.
What is it that's inside of you?
That one actually looked good.
Looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, those
Yeah,
are
yeah,
pretty good.
yeah.
The Dead
it scared the
Center.
hell out
The
of me.
Dead Center. We love independent horror, and we love horror in general. And so Texas Frightmare Weekend is rolling out this cool series. Most of these are Arrow Video movies and new releases, except for The Prey, which is a re-release. And the next one is called, Jason, you said it's, The Child Remains? Yes, correct. Child Remains, which is a double entendre. Get what we're saying here?
Yeah, I see.
Did you watch Pet Sematary?
No, I haven't watched the remake yet.
One of my coworkers has been talking about it like crazy. I heard it was really good. Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, she took her daughter and they wouldn't let her in. She's like, "Oh, well, I'm coming back when y'all do let her in."
Whoa.
They wouldn't let her daughter in. She was with her mom and said, "Oh no, she's too young. You can't go. You can't watch it. You got to bring her back at a certain time."
What?
It's like, really?
Where was that?
Well,
I don't know, but yeah, she was really excited about it though. She went to go see it like 3 times already.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's cool.
my coworker. Yeah, her and her daughter are really into scary films.
Is the daughter real young, you mean?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah, she's
little,
young.
Little kid?
Yeah.
All right. This one is The Child Remains, screening at Frightmare. That is May 3rd through 5th, coming right up in 2 weeks.
Almost there. Close your eyes.
Happy birthday.
Perfect. What was this place?
place before was an inn?
A private sanctuary for unwed mothers, away from prying eyes and scandal.
I can hear him. He's not dead.
Be silent! When are you expecting your new arrival?
Wait a little while until you get better.
I'm 42 on Sunday. Maybe there's no cure for what I have. To mothers.
I have noticed that she has certain sensitivities. Something just sprung up.
You have no idea.
Wait. But there were deaths here. Many.
Some of those girls had been trying to abort themselves with coat hangers and lead pencils. My mother gave them refuge. They hated the idea of a successful woman.
My baby. It's like the house has what I have.
This is a vacation.
This is a story.
Go home. To the city. What do you expect to find?
Remains. I was meant to tell the story. Because of my illness, I'm more receptive.
Something happened. Something evil.
This whole place is a fucking lie. This facade is a lie.
You waited for me to fall in love with you before telling me what a fucking mess you are!
Fatherhood is not for everyone. You never wanted it anyway.
No, that's not true.
I don't believe it. I won't. You'll sleep like a baby.
All right, so look, okay, the child remains. So they find this wonderful cabin in the woods, and yeah, they acquire this cabin, and then they discover later that it was a haunted like maternity ward or something, a little children's home or foster home or something like that. So there's mothers and children haunting the place. The child remains.
Yeah. Okay, I see the meaning of the meaning of the title now.
Yeah, got it. All right, so
very self-explanatory.
But no, let's look at the website right now because you were talking about Texas Frightmare Weekend. They have all these great guests, Frank. Yeah, including Bruce Campbell and including Elvira and so many others. So there it is. There you can find out more on the details at TexasFrightmareWeekend.com. Yeah, Lori Lethan from The Prey, Sam Raimi, of course, Robert Englund, and so many others, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is going to be it's going to be a big event. You want to get your tickets for it. Even Meatloaf.
Jeez.
Yeah. Come on, man. All right, and we've got, what is it, one more trailer? We've got, Jason?
We have two more.
This is part of the series.
Yeah, part of the series of movies they'll be screening there in the evenings. There's a bunch of them. There's always choices you have in every evening there at Frightmare.
I'll Take Your Dead and Sendero.
Yeah, no. Let's do I'll Take Your Dead. And Sendero is a separate one that's not at Frightmare, but let's do I'll Take Your Dead. This one looks great as well.
Yeah. Got some trash. Need taken care of.
You should call the sanitation department.
No. Gino told me what you do, and I need it done.
That's what people do. They dump dead bodies in my door.
So what should we do with her? You always say these people are bad. What if she's bad and she wants to hurt us?
Why can't I go?
People that brought you here, I'm assuming they wanted you dead.
So for your daughter.
She's seen so much death here. She even says that she sees them sometimes.
They're here. I can see them everywhere.
not gonna die today.
Little girl, can you undo these hand ties? They really hurt.
My name is Gloria. Don't call me little girl.
Looks good, right? So
Yeah,
the
it looks really
screening,
good.
the screening at Frightmare will be followed by a Q&A with the director, Chad Archibald.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, and so the story is about this farmhouse, but due to circumstances beyond this guy's control, the farmhouse that he lives at has become the dumping ground for murder victims from nearby cities' gang-related violence. So all the gangs, who kill, they dump the bodies at his farmhouse, and he's got to figure out what is the solution to get out of this. So, another very cool one, and the director will be there.
Awesome.
As a cool Q&A after. Texas Frightmare Weekend coming up. We are also sponsored by another company that will be prominently visible at Frightmare Weekend, and that is the Corpse Factory.
Oh.
They sponsor the Corpse Show, so it ties in, doesn't it? The Corpse Factory, corpsefactory.com, and they carry cool collectibles like this, as well as clothing and cool stuff like that. So this is, I don't know if you've seen Living Dead dolls.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but I've seen,
Yeah, pretty badass. And if you go to Frightmare, you'll see lots of great vendors. We want you to always stop by and support corpsefactory.com. They got a lot of great clothing, items, collectibles, cool dolls like that too. So,
Hell
yeah.
Sweet.
Did I send you the corpsefactory.com website, Jason? Yeah, the internet is not pulling it up right now. Okay, all right, no problem. Just whenever you can, pop it up. So, man, we're excited about all these things coming up, and it's great to live in North Texas sometimes, man, when there's
a plethora of stuff that's going on all the time.
great metal.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You guys, so many other good metal bands, and then this big convention coming up, and man, we love it all. There it is, corpsefactory.com, and you just scroll through. They've got a lot of great clothing and item, and like Janie Slash has a super purse that she carries all the time now, backpacks, dolls, and lots of other miscellaneous cool stuff. We like them a lot.
Hell yeah, they got Grimsons. Eddie?
Did I send you the Facebook page of Texas Haunters Convention?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, so this is an event that Brandon from Corpse Factory is actually hosting in July. And it starts, I think, on the night of that gig you have at Ridgely. So it's Texas Haunters Convention. It's a Halloween and costume expo. So it's a 2-day event at the end of July. This looks really fun as well. Just kind of another convention for people who are into horror. And, we're about halfway to Halloween right now.
Oh, wow.
So us Halloweeniacs,
They seem so far away.
we celebrate this right now. Like it's getting close. So
This is enough time, right? To dress up? Yeah, this is enough
let's
time.
start decorating the yard right now.
Gotta make sure I got a whole list of costumes I need to get them
That's
all.
right, man.
Get them all worn in.
That's right. Totally cool.
Stretch them out a little bit.
But look, the real message today, man, is all that is flesh, and Vehemence coming out, and the new single that is "Rise with the Sun," which is just fantastic, man. And
Thank you very much.
So remind me again, Preston, when can someone access that or not? They can't hear that song until Friday.
Well, Rise with the Sun,
Yeah.
in particular, it's going to be live on YouTube. So the link that we used today, it should be up probably by the end of the show.
Okay, tonight or
probably
so.
tonight, and then hopefully tomorrow. The service we use is usually pretty quick, but hopefully by tomorrow it'll be up on Spotify, etc.
Okay, and I'm sorry, you said Spotify?
It'll be hopefully tomorrow. If not, a couple days. But if not, the whole album's going up at
Friday.
the end of the
Yeah,
week. So
it'll be here before we know it.
Yeah.
But look, as a band, from your perspective, is it any different, or do you prefer Spotify versus Bandcamp versus?
of course, Bandcamp, it's direct to consumer, and everything is direct to you, the artist. So, the only thing that Bandcamp takes money-wise when somebody buys something is just the tax, which is amazing because if someone buys, $25 worth of stuff, you get $24. They damn near don't take anything for it. They must have a lot of business coming through to be able to stay in business.
I support them,
but
I upload songs a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So, as far as it goes, of course, Bandcamp is going to be the most musician friendly kind of thing, just because it's not so much of like the corporate-esque, thing. They're very like the musician makes their due with Bandcamp, but of course, with Spotify and stuff like that, people buy into it, and it's people like to have stuff on demand. That's why iTunes eventually will not be iTunes anymore. It's just going to be Apple Music, where nobody's buying it. It's just going to be a streaming service. Mm-hmm. But it's whatever.
I still like the physical product.
Yeah,
I do, man.
Yeah, we I started collecting vinyl about 2 years ago, and there's just something about it that's like, I have this. It's like,
right.
We still get CDs every now and then just to have like that thing, and it's like, I wish that more people were still into that. But as long as somebody's listening at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Mm-hmm.
But more than ever, support live music.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, in these trying times, it's been a wild ride. The Deep Ellum's kind of going through a phase right now.
A good phase.
Yeah. There's a lot of people there. Well, specifically with like curtain
clubs.
Well, curtain clubs
closing.
Okay, all right, you're right. It's closing, but
the Door is closing again.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna be there or not. But there's the prominent clubs that are still rocking it. We put out our first when we put out our first EP, we did a release show at Wits End. And it, awesome. They're definitely not going anywhere anytime soon. Reno's is still there. Club Dada, Trees, of course. And then they have their sister venues with Canton Hall and Bomb Factory and stuff like that.
Yep.
I think it's just, there'll be a time once everything's going to be more streamlined. I think with most of the production companies and stuff right now, I think everybody's still trying to figure it out. I don't know if there's ever going to be a way, like, specifically that they're like, okay, this is what works and this is how we can keep everyone happy. Because there are small mom and pop, I guess, esque production companies that are popping up that are just, this is about the musician. We're not so much into to make money. We need to get this music out. So,
especially nowadays, a lot of people are just distributing on their own.
Oh, exactly.
Licensing.
Well, even with some of these big bands, they get on these album cycles that they have on these big record companies. They do their 2 or 3, and then they're out for the rest of their life, and then they're on their own record label. Periphery's been doing that. Animals as Leaders, just to name a few. I see it further down the road probably going like that, because you don't have anyone that's the best part of what we're doing now, is like we don't have anyone telling us what to and what not to do.
That's good.
And those bigger bands talk about that, where they're like, we got out of this contract and now we can basically do what we wanted to do in the first place. And more power to them, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But
what side note, when Prince got out of his contract,
mm-hmm.
he called it emancipation.
Mm-hmm.
Then he could release when and what he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm sorry.
Back
to metal.
I'm trying to think. Yeah. We'll get there one of these days.
Look, you got to have the long view.
Yeah.
This is not anything. Nothing's going to be overnight.
Oh, of course.
And so long-term view,
mm-hmm.
passion for the music,
mm-hmm.
and it will show to fans.
Oh,
it's the little things that we sometimes even subconsciously notice
mm-hmm.
in a band.
Mm-hmm.
Like the look in your eyes when you're playing in front of a live crowd.
Mm-hmm.
You love it, and we know it's coming from the heart. And that conveys. I think a lot of connection between a metal band and fan base live at a
mm-hmm.
live setting is sort of subconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Little things. Maybe we don't realize we notice.
Yeah, and of course it's when you get to go to those bigger shows and there's crowd interaction from the lead singers. People are like, okay, they're really into this. You know, it's like when they get on the guardrail and they're screaming in somebody else's face, it's like, all right, this guy knows that these people are here to see them.
It's symbiotic relationship. You gotta have each for the other.
So. Yeah, I'm always amazed if anybody's even looking at me like, oh my god, he's actually doing that with himself. Yeah, it definitely just lights a fire underneath me, and then my stage jitters kind of go away. And,
good, we'll see.
And for 30 minutes, I'm indestructible. Right. But after that, oh my god.
Usually once we get past the first opening 2 minutes, we're like, all right, everything's good.
Right. Once you know what, we as an audience, we don't demand perfection. We just want fun.
Yeah. It's like for me personally, it's like once that first screen comes out, that's how I know the show's gonna go.
Gotcha. Yeah.
If I'm not feeling it, I'm like, all right, this show's gonna suck. Like, we work it out towards the end, but it's it's like, oh, okay, that first one sounded good. All right, we're gonna be good.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Awesome. Thanks again.
And also just talk about Satan and talk about movies and talk about metal and talk about Jenny Slash's Weekly Dose of Horror.
Yeah. Texas Frightmare Weekend, I am here.